Hi guys, welcome back. I'm out off-roading tonight. The reason why is because I did turn around and say I was going to make a video up tomorrow of bit of tree climbing, but I thought I'd do a little bit of off-roading tonight. Just drive up the bridleway for a little bit and then get that posted up to you. The reason why is because we're going on lockdown and I want to do a nice bit of off-roading before the lockdown occurs. So that's the reason why I'm out doing a little bit tonight. Because I thought, sod it, what's the point in keeping everyone waiting when I could be out and just doing a bit of off-roading really, and get it posted up so you can all see. I'm not going to get out, I might not get out of the car tonight, but I might have to, all depends if I get stuck or whatever and have to winch out. But fingers crossed I don't get stuck. The reason why I'm just going to stay sat in the car and just use the four-wheel drive and just cruise around like this, just so you can actually see what I'm doing moving around. Because you've only ever seen me winch the car out, and that's not all that really. I mean, because I do watch a bit of off-roading on other people's stuff, like you do. But obviously, I like to just do it like this really. But yeah, as I was saying, I'm just going to do a bit of off-roading driving along, as I say, because you've already seen me using the winch. So we're going to start from here. We're going to go up this little bank here, and then actually go round. Oh, it's got to tip that slightly tip. Will slightly tip. And then we're going to go in like that. Boom. Like I say, should be in four-wheel drive really, but I'm not. And I've only got road tyres as well, and I'm not in four-wheel drive yet. I don't need that, not until I really start spinning. That's the only time I use it really. Right, this is spinning a little bit now. Right. Yeah, it's nice and wet tonight. Definitely nice and wet. It is a shame, as I was saying earlier about the music in the background, as I was saying, it is a shame that I can't have a bit of music to go along with this really, because it would be nice if I could, but I can't because it's copywriting. Same as I keep mentioning it, because I'm going to have to keep mentioning it. The reason why is just so I know full well I cannot have no music during a video. I bet a lot of you guys are not happy either, because you can't have no music in the background. It's a bit of a piss take if you don't mind me saying, but what can we do about that? Some of these potholes are mad down through here. As you see, when I'm driving along, you'll see loads of rubbish being dumped down this bridleway. And it just messes it up for people like myself and you from going off-roading. It's not good because they just put big massive concrete blocks in the end at the end of the entrances, and just to stop people from driving up through, which is not fair on us really, but it's one of those things, we can't stop it, we just have to go bloody round in it. It's just one of those. Right, I'm going to go off right here, right up where he was sliding now. Look at that. That's good. That's why I don't like selecting the four-wheel drive, because it's good when you're going in the woods and you just drift along with it. Right now we're just spinning. It's got cute. Oh, here we go. Whoa, look at that. Nah, select that four-wheel drive. You hear that click? You hear it click again. That is four-wheel low. I prefer the four-wheel low because you don't put much strain on your gearbox or your engine, because it just pulls you along sweet. Now just remember, I've only got on-road tyres, so, but it does everything for me. Even though I've got on-road tyres, it still does it all. It still does everything that I want it to do. Even though I've got the on-road tyres. Fucking hell, there's a branch in the track. I am going to get out and move that branch. Simple fact is it might pop a radiator pipe. It could damage my radiator and other stuff really, so I am going to move it. Probably blowing out of one of the trees and ended up there. So I'll move that over there out of the way. I'll jump back in now. Right, let's go again. Let's go again, look at that. Look at this. Look how deep this track is here. This track is where the landies go. Oh, we're touching the bottom. We're definitely touching the bottom. Can you hear that? It's actually jumping off of the axle, the diff in the middle. You have got to go careful with that, because if you don't, the diff, and you can actually smash the front of the diff in, and then your cogs are just jammed. And then you won't go nowhere, and then you've got to try and somehow get some kind of rescue to sort it out. I do have spare parts for my Jimny, like spare diffs and all that at home, just in case anything ever happens off-roading. Now you go off-roading, anything can happen. Now I tell a lot of people, when you go off-roading, go prepared, because anything can happen. This cruise is lovely. It's so good. And look at that. Where you saw on the other videos of mine, where I winched my car, where I winched my Jeep out, that's where I'm heading, but I'm not gonna go into the big ditch bank. The reason why is because I'm not up for getting out in my nice boots that I'm wearing and getting them covered in mud. So I'm not going to be going into there tonight. I'm just going to stick to the main track if I can, and just keep going like that. Like I said, I'm not up for winching out tonight, so I'm just going to keep it plain and simple and just go where I know I can go without getting stuck. But I will get some knobblies for this, but the problem is they cost a lot of money. Well, the set for my Jimny is £540, so I'll have to save up for that. I can't just go out into the shop and buy it because I don't have that sort of money to do that. So I have to save up instalments and just put a bit away each time and then go from there. But I'll keep you guys updated. When I do get my new Nobblies, I'll show you, and then we'll go from there. We'll see if I have to use the four-wheel drive with them. I doubt it very much, because my last Jeep I had some Nobblies on that, and that thing went literally anywhere, literally. But what happened to them tyres? I should have kept them. As I was driving down a country lane, and a Badger ran out in front of me. That sounds stupid, but I swerved it and then tipped the Jeep over. I rolled it at 60 miles per hour. I'm lucky, to be honest, I'm still here, and I fractured my spine from that. So if you're out and you've got Nobblies on your Jeep, do not fly through a country lane and swerve a Badger, because you will come unstuck, because they just slide. Nobblies do not grip the roads. And I've learnt that just through driving with Nobblies, how slippery it is, because the Nobblies are actually made just for the dirt. They sink straight in the dirt to rip you out. But on the road, believe it or not, the Nobblies are not digging into that. They're only digging into the tarmac, but they're not exactly digging holes in the tarmac, if you get what I mean, like it would off-roading, because it can't grip on tarmac. They just bend and fold, and it's just like a rubber. If you bend the rubber in half, right, and then it's just like that. And then they just flop all over the place and bend. And when you hit corners, you will find your back end will just go. I think I need to change gear. While I'm in low four-wheel drive, it just thingies. Oh, here we are, me already. Flipping out that was quick. Look at this up here. Look at this. Oh, what was that? What was that? Something went bang. I better check that, because that did not sound good. It might be, actually, that might be that snap that you heard. Actually, might be my suspension knocking into place while I went up that slight hill. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do it again and then see if it does it again. But I am going to get out and check that, because that did not sound very healthy. It sounded like something snapped. That actually sounded like something snapped. Right, so I'm going to go back down, somehow turn round. And yeah, I'll be able to I'll be able to reverse straight into that gap there, easily, without even struggling, to be honest with you. Because I've got a great big spotlight on the back of my Jeep, as you can see in the mirror. So I'm going to go from there and just reverse it straight in that little gap. There we are. I'm actually in that gap. That's good. That is good. Cannot get stuck anywhere. Right. Try not to. But as I say, I'm going to try that again, because something snapped. It sounded like something snapped. That never happened that time. Maybe I should check my brakes, because where I've hotted it, my brake lines are actually quite tight. The hoses, shall I say. And if one of them has snapped, man, I'm not going to be going home tonight unless I get recovered by RAC. So I will be checking. No, my brake pedal's fine. So what you do, if you think you broke your brake line, you pump the brake, hold your foot on it, and if your foot goes to the floor and you know that you're leaking fluid, you want to be stopping and having a look, see where that's coming from. But like I said, I will get out now, just just to have a look over the car just to make sure I haven't broken anything. Look at this for a hill, look. This is brilliant. But yeah, I'm gonna, as I say, I am gonna, oh, I'll leave my back light on now. Right. I am gonna get out and check, because I don't want to be driving home and then if something has given away or snapped or broke, I don't want to be doing any repairs out here tonight. Right, I cannot see that hose. Oh, there it is. There's the hose. There's the hose. Right, it still can tap. Right, okay. See the hose there? If I show you, this hose here, that one there, right there, that's one of the brake hoses. And you don't want to be snapping that. See how tight that is? The passenger side don't actually have one because they're actually fed. They got rods, brake rods around to the passenger side. But there you are. But I am going to check the suspension a little bit quick because I think one of them snapped back into place when I went up the hill. That's what I think, or it could have been a shock absorber. But I am going to be checking the springs a little bit quick. I need to turn the steering wheel so it's out, right, like that, so I can just see the spring, right? So what I'm going to do now is have a look in here and just check it. Well, everything seems alright on this side. Let me just double check the shock absorber's not disconnected. That's your shock, see? And see what I was saying about the dip? When I heard the crunch on the dirt, that actually did scrape because it's got loads of dirt in on it. So, but yeah, my steering wheel's a little bit bent there. That's probably because I turned the steering wheel. Right, I'm going to come around this side now just to double check something else. Check it all, make sure everything's fine for driving home. Brake lines, check all them, nipples, everything like that. Make sure nothing is snapped and nothing is leaking. If something is leaking, I say we're not going home tonight. Right, I think everything is alright. Just double check underneath. Yep, that's fine. That is absolutely fine. Well, to be honest with you, I can't really see a problem. So, I'm going to jump back in the Jeep and we're going to go back from there. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, like I say, if you hear a crunch, a bang, snap or whatever, you must get out and check it. Even though it's raining, you still should get out and check. The reason why I say that is because you just don't know. You would never ever know. That's why I say, check. Right, we're going to be going up here now. Right, let me knock it into high four wheel. Oh, that crunch. I normally roll, because when that makes a crunch noise like that, what I normally do is I normally roll and then take it out of low. And same as if you're taking it out of high gear, you just roll a little bit and then press the button, but not very fast. Just roll a little bit, otherwise if you roll too fast it won't allow you to take it out of four-wheel drive. It'll just flash and then it'll just keep flashing and then it'll just keep flashing, and then you have to stop and then you press it again. Or when you stop it, I think the light goes still, then you'll press it again to take it out of four-wheel drive. Normally it makes a bang. That's why you just roll slowly, so the cogs are moving very slowly, and then just knock it out of four-wheel drive. Because my four-wheel drive is actually electronic. Right, let me just stop quickly. Right, my four-wheel drive there is actually electronic. Right, there's my 4-wheel drive right there. 4-wheel, 2-wheel drive, and then you got the 4-wheel drive and 4-wheel D low. So there we are. And I don't actually like the electric 4x4s, like for 4-wheel drive. I prefer the stick, because the stick, you know, when it's you could actually sit still, take it out of 4-wheel drive. But whereas with an electric, they tend to get stuck, and then when they come out of 4-wheel drive, they make a bang. Now, I had that issue before, and I thought, crap, because the last transfer box that I had on here, the original, I had to get a new one because it was knackered from that banging all the time. It done something inside the box. It may have damaged the cogs, rounds and teeth, but every time it kept getting jammed in 4-wheel drive. So, and I renewed the front axle, but yeah, and after I renewed the front axle, believe it or not, all 4 wheels, they never locked up anymore. So that's a bonus for me, really. So it's either the one or the two. I think that, to be honest, they were both causing the issue, the transfer box and the front axle. So I've installed new ones of those. So it don't do it no more. It actually don't jam up on me no more, which is very good. This is what I say, I always fix my own car, because if I couldn't fix my own motor, you won't see me off-roading, because it'd be too much repairs for me to pay for by a mechanic. And I will class myself as a mechanic, because I can fix my own car. I mean, I rebuilt my own engine, but later on I could show you videos of me rebuilding a Suzuki Samurai Jimny engine. So you're going to see me rebuild a Suzuki Jimny engine, Samurai engine, and literally I can take the whole engine right the way down to the pistons and take the pistons out and then rebuild it. So that's how much I know about these Jeeps, which has been very good for me. It's been a learning curve. When I first got one, I thought, I looked at the engine, I thought, oh my god, that looks hard to repair. But really it's not once you start getting into it and just doing it. But anyway, I'm going to let you go on this video now, guys, because I'm going to be coming to the end of this track now. But I will catch up with another video very shortly. I hope you like this one, and I will keep you all updated. So I'm going to let you go for now, and I see you in a bizzle.